G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and as you can see currently I am expert ranked. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and help it grow. But otherwise we're going to jump in, and as you can tell by the picture, we're running Palkia. So I was asked, requested to by in the comments a little while ago now, but had to wait for Master League to come back around, so I thought I'd jump in and give it a go. And we'll see how this water dragon goes. But as you can see, so we've got Master League. I will jump into Master League Classic because obviously I don't have the XL Candy to charge it up, but I'm going to be running so Mewtwo on the lead with Psycho Cut, Psy Strike and Focus Blast, Snorlax with Lick, Body Slam, and I have changed it to Earthquake over Superpower, so I don't know if that's a good move or not, we'll find out. And then Palkia running Dragon Breath, Aqua Tail and Draco Meteor. So we'll jump in, see how we go. Hopefully we can get some wins on the board, but it should be interesting to see how this matches up. So no real direct counters to Dialga on my team, so this should be interesting. So on the first match we've got Melmetal here, and what I'm going to do here is go straight for the Focus Blast. So they're going to be throwing a Rock Slide here, going to do a fair bit of chip damage actually, so let's see how much damage that does. So probably about just under a third damage there from that Rock Slide, so it does do a reasonable amount of damage. Unfortunately, they do shield up my Focus Blast, so I'm going to look to charge this down. Let's see what they want to do here, and they get to another one, so that's not ideal for me, but I will shield that up. I'm expecting them to potentially have another Rock Slide. It only takes 5 to get to the Rock Slide, so 5 fast moves to get the Rock Slide, and there it is. So they managed to get there. I do have, I think, just enough health, but we'll find out. So Rock Slide comes through, don't shield, and there it goes. So going to look to throw into a Side Strike, but they've swapped into the Dragonite, and they're hoping to catch a Focus Blast there on the Dragonite. Happy days, able to swap into my Palkia and charge it down without them even getting to a charge move, so that's absolutely outstanding. I'm able to get to the Aqua Tail. Obviously, they're every day of the week coming out with the with their Melmetal, so going to be able to get a little bit of chip damage there with the Aqua Tail. Rock Slide comes through, and as you can see, it still actually does a fair bit of damage. The fast moves are going to be neutral due to the water and dragon typing, and I'm able to get to another Aqua Tail, so that's absolutely massive. So we'll see if they want to throw the shield up, and they do want to throw the shield up, so that works out absolutely perfectly for me. I've got a Psy Strike saved on my Mewtwo, so I'm going to be able to come in. I'm going to win CMP because I'm a Hundo Mewtwo with the best buddy boost, so I should be winning CMP against absolutely everything, and that is enough to just take that out. So all that energy is gone. So not quite quick enough to get the swap out. So I wanted to instantly swap because obviously no farm. I don't want any farm on this Dialga. And then through comes going to the Earthquake. So for now I need to. Yeah, so it's difficult because double Superpower would also KO at this range, so we'll see how much damage this single Earthquake does, and boom, that is a huge amount of damage. It also doesn't debuff me, so I'm allowed to, gives me a chance to lick down, and they obviously do not get to another charge move, so happy days, able to take that game. So bit of a interesting one, was able to get the Psy Strike hitting that Mewtwo, and the reason I was going to go for the double Psy Strike is because double Psy Strike at that range wanted to bait a shield, so I was expecting them to shield up if I threw another charge move, so wanted to bait that shield if I could, and obviously if I threw the Focus Blast I was never going to be getting to another charge move, so that was my thought process, so we'll see how we go. So Dragonite on the lead, so not too bad for me here. We'll see what they want to do. So Dragon Breath's just So very oppressive, which is not ideal for me. Going to overfarm a little bit there, and they've swapped out into the Metagross at the perfect time. So how they decided to swap out then, because I was 1.5 Psy Strikes through, is just beyond me. Really good play by them to catch that, but we've got a Metagross, so this works out absolutely perfectly to be able to throw the Earthquake here, because I do not think they will be shielding this up. So let's see what they want to do. So Meteor Mash comes through and does do a reasonable amount of damage there. I'm going to look to just throw this straight away. I don't want another Meteor Mash coming through and being forced to shield. And we'll see what they want to do. So I fully expect that they won't shield this up. And they don't. And down goes the Metagross. So really good there. We're a superpower in that situation. Obviously, it would only be doing neutral damage, and also it would debuff me for this matchup against the Dragonite, so I'd be doing less damage, and they probably wouldn't have had to throw a charge move, because they've got... because of the defense debuff, they would have probably been able to Dragon Breath me down. So I'll come out here and with my Palkia, and as you can see, it is just monstering. How much damage is that Dragon Breath doing? That is insane. So really happy with that, but unfortunately I will have to shield up, and it's a Draco Meteor. That is absolutely insane. So through comes their Mewtwo here, and I unfortunately missed a bubble, so be careful, hit those bubbles. But I've got 2 shields, so they'll definitely be using one now, and I say that and they decide to no shield. Seriously? Okay. So no shield coming through, so that's fine. I'll jump straight in and throw the next Aqua Tail here and see what they want to do. So no, still no shield, so I'm going to look to go to town farming. I do suspect that they have back-to-back Psy Strikes at this point, so I'm just going to let this go, and I'll come in with my own Mewtwo and see what they want to do. So I'm going to overfarm by 1. And obviously they didn't have back-to-back. I don't know what I was thinking there. Able to get to my Psy Strike first. It's going to be enough to take it out, and then we'll see what we want to do here. So I've still got a fair bit of health, but this Dragon Breath is going to be absolutely oppressive. So I've got to get to double Psy Strike here before they get a chance to fast move farm me down, and I'm just able to get there. So as long as they don't get fast moves off in between my Psy Strikes, I'll be in a very nice position. So, they did manage to get 1, but it wasn't enough to KO, so was able to get to the second Psy Strike, and this will be enough to definitely take out the Dragonite. It's got no health left, and leave me with my Mewtwo and a couple of HP. Absolute outstanding result for me there. Very, very close game. Managed to scrape through a win, so huge no shield by them on the first Aqua Tail. Had I thrown the... Well, I mean, I didn't save up for enough energy for the Draco, so yeah, it is what it is. So let's jump into this next one, and hopefully we can get another good match. So far, so good with Dialga. So I was... a few seasons back, Dialga was absolutely everywhere, and obviously there it is there. But if you're able to... I don't have a direct counter, so makes it a bit difficult, but I am just going to go for straight up shield here and then throw the Focus Blast. Lots of times they won't shield because they think you're baiting, so we'll see what they want to do. So they've swapped into their own Mewtwo, and possibly what I should have done there is thrown the Psy Strike, but to be honest, I don't think I would have got a shield in that position because they would have thought they maybe caught a Focus Blast, so would have no shielded anyway. And then through comes the Psy Strike. So gonna look to continue licking. Got a little bit of lag there, which is really not ideal, but they get to another Psy Strike, which is not great. So for this one, I don't expect them to shield up, but I think that I'm going to be able to do more damage with 2 body slams than I will with 1 Earthquake. So I'm actually able to get to the second body slam, which is really, really nice for me. We'll see what they want to do here, and they've shielded it up. So there's their 1 shield down. I've obviously got nothing left, but that's absolutely fine. We'll see what they want to do here. So Psy Strike comes through. Fine. I know I've got energy on my Mewtwo, so I've got back-to-back Psy Strikes on the Mewtwo there, and so out comes the Dialga. So here what I want to do is try and get to a Draco, and we'll see if we can get it at for a CMP tie. Basically, you want a CMP tie here so they burn all their energy and don't have anything to throw on my Aho, and that's outstanding. So not only did we get the CMP tie, but they've thrown their energy, which means I'll be able to... So they've used the shield, and the reason I went for the Draco there is because if they decided not to shield, that's the game for me. The only way they possibly would have won that one is if they... didn't decided to no shield. Then out comes a Groudon. So I've got a full Groudon in the back, but I've got a Mewtwo with so much energy, and that's why I went for the Psycho Cut, not the Focus Blast, because I wanted to save that energy. So can I get to... Yep, able to go back to back Psy Strikes here, and this will take out the Groudon. So really good there. Had to manage the energy very, very carefully, but able to take that by getting that CMP tie on the Palkia. Had they had energy to throw, then obviously, yeah. So shielded that up. So the play on their part was shield that up, charge me down, and then Draco my Mewtwo, which would have been all sorts of sad for me, but was able to take that game with a bit of a lucky timing in terms of throwing that Draco, so happy days. So we'll look for this next match, and hopefully we can get another win on the board. Let's see what they've got on the lead. So far, I haven't actually hit anything. I don't think I've hit a good lead. Groudon, yeah, Groudon's okay. So this one's actually okay. So for this, you've got to really be careful of the Earthquake. It does huge amounts of damage. So what I will do is look to get to double Psy Strike, but they throw, and I'm going to have to no shield, and it is the Fire Punch. So happy days. So the difficulty here is, and I know this is going to be another Fire Punch, these Fire Punches do really start to add up. So even though it is Fire Punch, and I know it is going to be Fire Punch, they do start to add up. So as you can see, double Fire Punch there just does huge amounts of damage overall. Obviously not quite as effective as an Earthquake coming through, but still quite a lot of damage. So first Psy Strike goes through, shielded up. Second Psy Strike goes through, and they've decided to no shield that one. That's absolutely fine with me. We'll see what they want to do. And of course, they're just going to go straight into this Fire Punch. And I'm going to actually match this shield because I know that I'll be able to get to another Psy Strike. So I'll either win the switch advantage here, or I'll have a shield advantage. So let's throw this Psy Strike and see what they want to do. Do they want to put down those shields? So shields are down, and instead of letting them farm up, I'm actually just going to switch into my Groudon here. We'll see what they want to do here. So they're throwing a move. It's going to be a Fire Punch. Unfortunately, not able to lick down before they can get to that charge move, but able to get me a nice little head start on energy. And they actually did swap that out. So they've got nowhere to switch to. Dialga comes through, and I'm just going to go straight for this Earthquake. And this is going to put it in a whole lot of hurt. And as you can see, that Earthquake does huge amounts of damage. So really good there. And it doesn't get the debuff, so works for me in a push. So I'm not going to shield this Iron Head up. And it looks like they did undercharge the Iron Head to a absolutely perfect amount there. So able to... yeah, get a little bit of extra farm. Fortunately for me, it wasn't enough to take me out. And I've got a shield versus a very, very, a Giratina and a not good-looking Groudon. So happy days, able to take that one. Good game right there. The Palkia in the back really helped out because obviously it has really good matchups against the remaining two of their 1.1 of their Pokemon, because Groudon was not sitting pretty there. So we'll jump into this next one and see what we get. Hopefully we can actually get a lead that's positive. I mean, it's unlikely to get a positive lead for Mewtwo, but we'll see what we do. So we've got another Melmetal, so I don't really like this match. And what I want to do here is go for the double size strike. Unfortunately, they do a really good job of denying any extra fast moves going through, and they're just going to go straight into this rock slide, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to look to farm up to double size strike here, and then throw the focus blast just before they get to their charge move. So it's 5 fast moves to get to the rock slide there. I'm almost 100% positive. I'm able to CMP tie that. So unfortunately, they do shield it up, which is really unfortunate for me. But I'm going to have to do the same. So now I'm just going to go for, I know that I will survive a rock slide, and I know they get there before I get to another focus blast. But that's absolutely fine. I'll survive this, and I will get to a charge move, and I know I can get to double size strike here. I'm hoping to bait out a shield, so this is what I wanted to do in game 1. So let's see if I can bait out the shield. Oh, no shield, and I stored a size strike there, and I'm going to swap into my Palkia here, and I know that this is not a good matchup, but to be honest, I didn't want to be super powered with on my Snorlax, so going to look to go to town farming. So for this one, going to throw the Draco Meteor, and let's hope that they decide not to shield. So far, they've no shielded and shielded perfectly, and another really good shield on their part. So really good for me. They're going to throw the Iron Head, so I'm not going to shield this up because I'm debuffed anyway, so I want this gone. And I don't know whether they undercharged it or Iron Head just doesn't do much damage because of the water typing, but they were able to farm me down pretty well. So not ideal for me there, but okay, I guess. Going to come in with the Snorlax here, and we'll see what we get. So expecting, well, either an Iron Head or a Draco. Either way, I don't want to be hit by it, and it is the Draco. So really good shield there by me. So for once, I was able to predict that correctly, but then I've gone and thrown the Earthquake. And so what I think is possibly a better move would be to throw the Body Slam. So Body Slam spam, swap into the... So what I should have done, yeah, so that is a huge misplay. So what I should have done is thrown the Earthquake, licked down, and then swapped into my Mewtwo to throw my Size Strike and take it out. But instead, I've, not able to get there. Got 1 HP, and then this thing's going to be able to take me out. They've still got a little bit of health on their Metagross, on their Melmetal, so going to be able to get some lag here, and had I swapped out and sniped the Mewtwo, I would have had energy left on my health and energy left on my Snorlax, and it would have been in a much better position there. So really big misplay from me there, which lost me that game. So could have gone 5-0 running Palkia. So really good recommendation, and I might have to give it a little bit more of a try. So if you manage to, we'll see what I got as a reward, but if you manage to make it this far and you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and Xerneas as the reward. So you can either hit that subscribe button and off you go now, or watch me try and catch this thing for the next 5 minutes, because although it's really quite nice to get these as a reward, awful throw though, yeah, it just takes an absolute age to catch these sometimes, especially when you decide you want to pineapple berry them, which is either a very good or bad idea. Well, bad if you're worried about your time, good if you want those extra candies. So for the person that recommended this video, hopefully you liked it. If you've got an idea of what else I should be running with Palkia, or any other videos, any other team comps you think would be good, let me know down below in the comments, and if I've got the Stardust, if I've got the Pokemon, I'll give it a go. Obviously, Master League is the most brutal when it comes to investment, because everything needs to be maxed, and you're also best to have as close as possible to 100 IVs on absolutely everything. Thankfully, I've got my Mewtwo buddy boosted, because you always obviously want something buddy boosted as well. There's no reason not to get that extra level. In this format, you never know, that 1 or 2 extra HP might make the difference. So as you can see, absolutely failing to catch this thing. Managed to hit a few excellent throws, but they just keep breaking out of the ball. So what I'll do is say thank you very much for watching, before I forget, and also give you my recommendation on how to improve your excellent throws. So if you want to improve your excellent throws, this is what you want to do. So you wait until the attack, throw during the attack, and then so the ball hits just after the attack animation's finished. So that's how you get it inside the ball as much as possible. That was what I aimed at doing first, when raid bosses first came out. My big thing was getting it inside the ball as much as possible, not worrying about excellent throws. I just wanted it to be inside the ball so I had a chance of catching it. And then I slowly worked to making nice, great, and then hitting those excellent throws. So what you want to do is select your circle size by rotating your ball while, touching the screen while it's sort of just standing around doing nothing. Get it to the size you want. Scroll your finger all the way to the bottom so it's off the screen, and then throw during your attack animation, just like that. So you do the entire throw movement during the attack and release before the attack finishes, and that is how you keep your circle size being the same and manage to jag a few excellents in a row here, which is always nice. But that's how how I improved my excellent throws, and now I've got pretty good catch rates for all of the legendaries. My early days, and I'm a bit bitter still, because the only Mewtwo that I've ever missed, I crashed out of the lobby of a raid, and the raid ended before I was able to jump back in and catch it. So I didn't actually lose it, but I'm showing one more scene than I've caught, which is really frustrating. Because there was nothing I could do. It was a good old Niantic glitch on the raid there. Froze everything up. By the time I got in, raid was over, so no encounter for me, which is brutal, but I mean, it is what it is. So we'll see if we can actually catch this with one of these throws. I'm sure at some point it will catch. Oh, there we go. There it is. And managed to get the excellent throw. And at the moment, extra 1,000 XP for that excellent throw. That's what you want. And 3 XL candy. Happy days. But Xerneas caught 4 out of 5 for running Palkia. Happy days. Thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.